Best of fives are too short in WoD, man. Games could be over like that.
Yeah, the bronze is a best of 5. The finals are a best of 7. My apologies.
Yes. Yeah. Love it. Should have been a best of 7 at BlizzCon. Cough, cough. I'd like to see it. I thought the BlizzCon 3v tournament is a little short. I'm not complaining, though. It's fun to watch.
1 second, I'm going to be working on getting this team together.
Okay. So, I think Sonika's going to be able to get back online here. That's what his teammates just told me. I want to see his game.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I want to see the Ebola into God Comp.
I'm glad we're seeing a lot of God comps this tournament, too. Didn't get to see too much of them in the BlizzCon tournament.
BlizzCon?
You gotta see one, which is like a...
Oh, yeah.
That was
Yeah, because I think
it's God comp.
I think the only God comps were like, it was just the RMDs that had God comps available to play, but it was like, they never ran into too many matchups where they wanted to play God comps, so I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Because usually, I think it's standard for their God comps to be like, oh, we're fighting RMD, let's play God comp into that, or something like that, but all the RMDs have God comp, and I guess we don't see it too much.
Okay, so we do have him hopping back online. He is in voice communication with his teammates. Seems like there was a random internet issue. Thank goodness it wasn't anything malicious. So let's... Here he comes, he's online, so this should only be a couple more moments.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for waiting, by the way. And Shihiro wins the next giveaway. When is it? I need to know these things.
We're going to get the next giveaway done after this coming series, right before we get the semifinals underway for Subdivision A.
All right, so the queue popped. Again, the first match of every single series is going to be in the Grand Arena, but we're going to be hopping over to Indy to play that in the Grand Arena intro, and we'll be right back.
Okay, so now we're finally going to be able to see this matchup with the Holy Paladin God Comp up against this Ebola. Not really too sure what this Ebola is going to do here. I kind of would expect them to try to open up onto this Priest and make a swap onto the Holy Paladin, and then do what they can to stop the mage's setups, but...
I do always love seeing Vincent Wong play. He's a really amazing HPAL, and I do like... I like to see him play every single time I can.
Yeah.
So the gates are going to be opening, and we're going to be seeing how this plays out. Again, the DK actually running right in there for that opener.
Yeah, he is trying to go... He's just running in here. He's trying to get as much pressure onto this Pally as possible. So it looks like Zonica is going to be the kill target. That's already the bot being forced by him. And Cyfoxy actually didn't have to pop his Incarn, but he got Horde into a Hodge here. Vincent Wong's going to have to bubble and wings to try to keep him offensive here, but Cyfoxy saw his string in both walls, so I think they're going to be able to keep this offensive pressure onto Zonica. He's going to be a bit okay here, I think. The Feral still has Incarnation available, but without a bop, I think they might have a window to get a kill on him.
Actually silence onto Valido, as they're going to be trying to turn a little bit offensive again.
Oh, and
a few seconds on wings.
Yeah, Full Sheep comes out onto Vincent Wong, and he's going to have to trinket
Beautiful
there, so he has
sack.
to trinket or bubble. Vincent Wong has pretty much nothing left, so I think, Cyfoxy is going to be popping this Incarn, getting the bubble out by Zonica. That's going to be very good for them, but I think they need to get more pressure onto either Frosty or Rosita Jones at this point.
Again, Vel versus Jeff does not have really any offensive cooldowns left to them, whereas the Mean Boys actually does. Again, the wings are still popped by Zonka. They're going to be trying
but there's
to
the half race,
offensive.
and Zonica has nothing left. The Incarnation is still available. He gets half bash for one more second, and he's going to go down. That was actually a really close go. Wait, but Cyfoxy's still low. They still have a half sheep onto Vincent Wong. Will Cyfoxy go down too? This might end up with a 2v2. They have the full silence. Cyfoxy's doing what he can, and he's running in that bear form, and he's actually going to end up getting tossed.
That was a really close cross-go right there. Beautiful
Yeah.
NS, but that was really scary for the team of Mean Boys. Actually versing Vel versus Jeff, because they literally had nothing left. Vincent actually still had both his bops, but in terms of offensive cooldowns, they didn't have anything left. So very well played.
Yeah, well, I think with them in that opener, they got the bot by Zonica, and then with them getting his bubble with that incarnation, he still was on forbearance, and Zonica just couldn't survive because obviously incarnation lasts 30 seconds. So right after bubble, the stun DR ends up resetting, and he just gets that last bit of stuns onto Zonica for that kill. So that was very, very close. I think that explains why they use all their cooldowns so offensively, because they knew that's their window.
Okay, so we are going to have Zonica be relogging really quick right here to fix another lag issue that just arose as loading out of the arena. So they did end up picking Tolvaron Arena, though. So, guys, what do you think of that? Very similar to Nagrand Arena.
Again, it's running God Comp. I'm sorry. You can go, Dilly.
Oh, I was going to say that, I mean, kind of like how we had that FMP matchup where when they were on Tolvaron, it was really good for them. I think it would sort of end up being very similar to that. On Tolvaron, I think the Godcom can bring the Feral or the DK into way worse spots, and they have so much more room to breathe.
On top of that, they're able to hopefully CC the Feral, again, just as the other team did, because in the previous match versus Godcomp on that map, they were able to constantly cross CC the Feral as soon as he popped Incarnation, so hopefully we'll see the similar results. But again, we're going to be hopping into the Tolvaron intro with Indy, and we'll be right back.
Yeah, going to roll this intro, and then we'll get into the pregame discussions.
So again, this God Comp is going to have, like you said, a lot more breathing room to work with, able to spread out a little bit more and force that Feral and DK to kite a lot more. Again, it is very, very easy to slow and root a DK. A lot of people don't realize that, but DKs have a lot of trouble catching up to targets if they get constantly CC'd. So we'll see how this plays out.
Yeah, definitely. So I think from right here, they're going to just run in off their mounts. Yep. Valido just coming in there. He's ready. He already has Hand of Freedom on his mount so that he doesn't get Pet Nova'd here. Running right after Vincent, or right after Zonica. And I think he's just trying to get some pressure, but he realizes he's not going to be able to connect. So Valido's just kind of lining for a little bit. He still hasn't popped his Pillar of Frost yet, so I think things are kind of stable here.
Again, Sophixic going to be looking for that opener. He's actually going to get Bash, probably a Cyclone, but he still has that Incarn available for them. But they're actually looking like they're going to be going really hard on Valido.
Yeah, they already forced his AMS with that 3v1 CC, but now he's going to use this AMS window to pop his Pillar of Frost and go very offensive onto Zonica. They have tons of pressure going out onto him. I think Zonica is going to be able to get away. And Fox, he's dead. Okay.
A lot of... I should have caught that. I should have caught that out because I saw that happening.
Awkward. Well, there's that.
It's a huge huge swap onto Sophoxy, pretty much forcing him to in a position where he didn't have his trinket and he couldn't pop as well because he got into a Horrify, followed up with another Hodge, and he pretty much just dropped. So beautiful play, beautiful hard switch onto that Druid.
Yeah, and he also didn't have to save it by the light proc because they were getting pressure onto Valido.
That is going to be tying up the series 1-1.
With the 1-1 series, the choice does go over to Vel versus Jeff, and they do look like they're going to be picking Ruins of Lordaeron. So we're going to get this queue rolling and get into this next game. This is the tiebreaker decider of the series. So let's roll that intro, and then we can get into that pregame discussion.
Cool.
Again, we're going to see if they swap it back on a Sophoxy. But again, this is a very, very good map to pick, especially with a Cleave team being able to get those really fast swaps onto whoever they want. And as a God Comp, it's actually very, very hard for them to land CC a lot of the times, especially if you have to cast it, because it's very, very easy to go line of sight around that grave right in the middle of the map.
Yeah, definitely. But if they can go in and get those 3v1 cross CC setups, especially if the priest runs into spectral guys and freedom, he might be able to get those spheres that will break them away from the tomb, and they'll get the 3v1 setup. So that's something that Vel versus Jeff needs to be very careful about. So already Rosita Jones just going in, trying to get those frost bolts onto Valido, just trying to build up his icicles and fingers of frost procs if he can. Already seeing the Hodge onto Frosty, Zonica having to bob himself, and Rosita Jones popping his icy veins here. They're getting pressure onto Valido with a full sheep into a fear onto Vincent Wong. Cyfoxing this Horrify. He's going to get full Hodge out of this, and Vincent Wong's going to have to use his Trinket and Wings to keep him alive. He knows that he had no beacon proc, so he didn't want him to die there. And they're stabilizing it right now.
Again, through the rest of these wings, they're going to try to stay as offensive as possible. The Incarnation gets popped immediately. They're going to be trying to turn the pressure on to Zelenka right now. He's actually dropping down to half health.
He's going to pop his Aura Master though, and he has his wings available. I think he's going to be okay, but they grip his cast. Zonica is still very low HP. There's the full string as soon as his Aura Mastery ends. He might have to use his bubble here, but I don't think he has... Okay, he does use his bubble there. He's going to try to stabilize. Now we have the Frost Shot onto Vincent Wong. If Rosita Jones can get this full sheep off of this. No, they have the triple fear. Great play. Now we have the horror onto Cyfoxy. He's going to get the follow-up sheep. Cyfoxy is in so much trouble here. If they get any Hodge onto him, he has one trinket left and he might die.
Actual DR sheep onto Vincent Wong, and they're actually switching the sheep onto Valido, and Foxy's still in a lot of trouble. Actually,
Zonica has
bash
no bubble.
to try to stay
he has
offensive,
no block.
and
He might
Zonica's
die
looking
here.
so
He's
low.
at 10% HP, and I think they might be able to get the kill onto him. He's barely getting away there. He's running for his life, but Cyfoxy's going to come in, get that kick on him. He's going to go down.
This is a great trinket by Cyfoxy, just realizing the amount of trouble that Zelenka was in and trying to turn that defensive pressure, and it actually worked in their favor. So very well played.
Yeah, I was actually surprised about the outcome of that matchup. I really wouldn't expect a GodComp to win versus an
Okay, so
Evolve,
we're going to be updating these brackets, and in the meantime, what we're going to be doing is a giveaway. A giveaway is now active on the chat, so you guys can type in !giveaway, and you will be added into the pool. In the meantime, let me update this bracket. Okay, so we got Vel versus Jeff taking over that, and we're going to be moving into the semifinals coming up next. First, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, and then we will resume with the semifinals, and then we will start Subdivision B.